We'll see what happens with Lafreniere. I do think that if this continues, maybe it moves in the future. But when you're bearing a guy in the fourth line and then scratching him like a first overall pick, this guy there was so much hype around Lafreniere. So that was really interesting for me to see today. And just kind of thinking about potential trades for Alexis Lafreniere. And I do feel like the Rangers could look at a move like that. I feel like internally they've had to consider moving one of Lafreniere or Kakko because it just hasn't worked early on. Obviously in the playoffs, that line of Lafreniere, Kakko, Hedel worked really well. But it's just always interesting to see, like, watching the World Juniors and some of these guys, like the hype that Kakko had going second overall, the hype that Lafreniere had, and then Lafreniere scoring that big goal for Canada. Like, for Rangers fans, I was really excited for those two guys. I still think they're going to develop to be really good players, both top six easily. I always had Lafreniere somewhere between, like, Hull and McKinnon. I think Lafreniere, looking at a Taylor Hall kind of production and what Taylor Hall has done in his career, I feel like Lafreniere could be that or even better. I still believe that. We saw Taylor Hall struggles. Like, that might be a mistake that the Rangers do, is like trading those guys prematurely. I think I've even seen on Cap Friendly, and it's been kind of interesting. It's like a lot of teams are kind of biting on that because they want to see. And I'm sure Habs fans, like, if you're a Habs fan, you must be looking at Lafreniere and being like, that's a trade you got to make. And just even looking at Cap Friendly, like, some people have suggested Edmonton to go after Lafreniere, trading like Puljujarvi, Borgo, and a pick. Like, that's what I'm seeing right here. That Borgo, that could be interesting, but do the Rangers want that? I mean, Puljujarvi, if the Oilers were to retain some cap, I feel like he could be a fit in the bottom six for the Rangers. But again, it's like, Lafreniere, are you really ready to trade him so prematurely? And then there's so many other potentials, like, yeah, I'm seeing another one at Edmonton, Puljujarvi, a first, second, third. Yeah, I just don't know if the Rangers are doing that. But to me, the Habs would be that interesting team. And I wonder if the Rangers would look at some of the guys on Montreal, whether it's a Duran or Josh Anderson, and if Montreal was willing to retain cap, maybe they could get a guy like Lafreniere. I think it'd have to take quite a package, though. Like, the Rangers would want a first-round pick, would want another younger guy in return, and then a roster-ready player for Lafreniere. Like, it would have to benefit them big time in the now. So if it wasn't for Montreal, like I said, it would have to be like Josh Anderson, maybe retained per year, plus a first-round pick, plus a prospect. And then maybe Rangers are listening on that. But I still think it'd have to take a lot for them to trade one of Lafreniere or Kakko. But right now, how it's going, with the fact that Lafreniere has been scratched now, it looks like he's going to be scratched and just being shoved down to the fourth line, it's not looking good for Lafreniere's future with the Rangers. But things could change quickly, as we've seen.